everyone, and welcome to the second Python tutorial. Last tutorial we downloaded Python, and we basically got nothing done, and I didn't teach you anything really about Python. I just told you to type this in and this came out. Well, I'm going to fix that. This episode is about syntax. Syntax is rules, guidelines, things you must do to make a programming language work, or scripting language work, or any kind of computer language work. It's called the syntax. And Python has a very user-friendly, uh, can be sort of confusing at times if you are used to programming with other languages, syntax. So if we type in print hello world again, and I won't hit enter yet, I'll explain. Print is a command. A command, well, I won't be using the term command very much. I'll usually be using the word function, but they're almost the same thing. Print is a command for the program to print or type on its own, auto type, soft type, print, not print to a printer, but print to your screen on the file you're on. Whatever is inside the quotation marks right after it. In this case, we put hello world. Simple. It's the basis for all programming, basically. Hello world. That's the first thing most people learn. So, hello world. Print hello world. And we know that ends up getting us to here. Well, why? How? Well, it's built off of C, or C++, or some C language, Python that is. And Python is much simpler. It's basically giving the computer the set of instructions you tell it, and the computer is doing as you say. So, well, alright. We have to make our own file to really learn syntax, or else we're always going to be giving one statement, and the person using our program will always have to put these statements in on their own, and it's not really a program that way. So in order to do this, click File, New Window. We now have our own window to start making a program in. So let's make one. Here's a very simple syntax. I won't explain everything I type, but I just want you guys, I want to explain the syntax in this episode. And the print function, or print commands function method thing. Def hi print hello world. Hi. So, def hi, and I'm going to give you a brief explanation, nothing more. Def defines a function. This is the name of the function. This is where parameters would go. This is to start the function, everything after it. This is where the syntax begins, people. Unlike most programming languages, where you have to put a set of brackets, or like Roblox Lua, a then, and then somewhere an end to tell the scripting or programming language where to stop, or in HTML's case, an end tag. Python is much different. All it takes is a tab, a space, an indentation before the next line for it to know, okay, this is supposed to be inside here, or the last place where it was slightly less indented. So everything that's going to be in our function we defined, def for define, for everything that's in our hi function, it has to be tabbed over. And when we want to stop defining that function, we just lose a slight indentation, one tab space. So inside our hi function, we have print hello world. Printing hello world is what we did earlier, only now it's slightly more complicated, so I could show you the syntax. So as you notice, this is the only line inside our hi function. So why did we put in there? There's really no reason. It's quite the useless way to do this. But I wanted to show you. So hi, seeing as if I did this, we would be calling hi with hi, and thus we'd have an endless loop of hi being called. We don't want that right now. We can do it later, however, but not right now. So, but as soon as I do this and take out a tab space, this is no longer in the definition hi because it's the same tab spaces over, or if we were in another function and say this was tabbed over more, this would be outside of whatever the function was in. Ugh. So right now we're calling hi after we define hi. And when you call a function, you force it to happen, to start. So if we click run, run module, okay, we have to save it first. So just go to Python 27, I guess. No harm in it. All files, just keep it all files, and type in anything you want, really. YouTube, hello, or YouTube. I'm going to name it youtube.py. You can name it anything you want, but you have to end it with .py. If you don't end it with .py, it's not going to work because it won't be a Python file. Much like a PNG or a .jpg or .gif are all images, or a .txt or a .doc are text files, a .py is a Python file. Click save or press enter like I did. So, when we ran this program now, it took us back to our Python shell. It ran it here, you don't see it, and we get hello world. So if we want to change this to hello world and then another line, print I'm awesome, save it, make sure you save it, press Ctrl S, run module, or you can hit F5. As we can see, we know it's running our hi function because it's doing this. Now, what if we wanted to do this twice? Well, we can copy it and paste it. And then we wanted to make sure before it's printed, print starting hi, and then after it's printed, hi ended, just to make sure it's working properly. We see we get starting hi, hello world, I'm awesome, hello world, I'm awesome, hi ended. So you're getting the basic idea of the syntax. Now, unlike many other programming or scripting languages, we notice there are also no semicolons. There's really not that much you have to know for the syntax other than you have to follow the commands. You can't just say open a window and run a cool program. You do have to come up with the logic, but the syntax is fairly easy, and it's not very hard, and it's not very easy to make it look messy, because the whole idea behind its syntax is that it looks clean, that it looks easy, that it looks simple. And that's what it does. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you disliked the video, please hit the dislike button. I do like all input. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys next time, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Bye.